Welcome to Elite Ledger. There are places that become famous because of their beauty. Others become legendary because of the people who once lived there. But once in a lifetime, you discover a place that never asks to be admired, yet somehow earns your respect before you even step inside. Today, we aren't visiting a modern billionaire mansion. We aren't touring another luxury estate. We're entering a world built on legacy, a world where every stone has witnessed generations, a place where silence speaks louder than wealth. Welcome to the Blackstone Estate, far beyond crowded cities, beyond highways, beyond the places marked on ordinary maps. A narrow stone road disappears into an ancient forest. Towering oak trees block the sunlight overhead. Morning fog drifts slowly across the ground. The only sounds are distant birds, rustling leaves, and the steady rhythm of your footsteps. The deeper you travel, the quieter the world becomes. Then, without warning, massive wrought iron gates emerge from the mist, nearly 20 feet tall, hand-forged generations ago, covered with centuries of craftsmanship instead of decoration. At their center rests the Blackstone family crest, a symbol that has stood unchanged for generations. Beyond those gates, an entirely different world begins. The road stretches for nearly a mile, winding through thousands of acres of private land, ancient olive groves, rolling vineyards, crystal-clear lakes reflecting the morning sky, stone bridges untouched by modern construction, fields where magnificent black horses roam freely beneath the watch of experienced caretakers. Nothing feels manufactured, everything feels earned. Every tree appears older than memory itself. Every pathway feels like history carved into the earth. As the road climbs higher, the estate slowly reveals itself, not all at once, only piece by piece, as though it chooses when to be seen. First, the highest stone tower, then, the towering slate rooftops. Moments later, the full silhouette rises above the hills like an ancient kingdom refusing to surrender to time. This isn't architecture designed to follow trends, it was built to outlive them. Massive limestone walls rise from the landscape itself, each stone carefully cut and placed by craftsmen whose names have long been forgotten, yet whose work continues to stand stronger than ever. Dark timber beams support enormous roofs designed to withstand generations of storms. Hand-forged iron balconies overlook valleys stretching toward the horizon. Every window is framed with carved stone. Every corner reveals another masterpiece of traditional craftsmanship. There is no unnecessary glass, no futuristic shapes, no loud statements, only quiet confidence, the kind that cannot be purchased overnight. The entrance alone feels monumental. Gigantic oak doors reinforced with black forged steel stand beneath towering stone arches. Their surface carries the marks of time, not damage, character. Generations have passed through these doors. Leaders, builders, guardians, families whose greatest investment was never fashion, but permanence. Surrounding the estate, the grounds feel more like a private kingdom than a residence. Stone fountains continue flowing exactly where they were placed decades ago. Ancient statues overlook peaceful courtyards. Tall cypress trees line elegant pathways leading toward hidden gardens filled with seasonal flowers and carefully shaped hedges. Nearby, historic stables house magnificent black horses bred for strength, endurance, and elegance. Each stable is built from the same natural stone as the mansion itself, creating perfect harmony between architecture and landscape. Not far away, a traditional carriage house has evolved with time. Inside rest timeless symbols of understated wealth. A classic Rolls-Royce, a vintage Mercedes-Benz, a Land Cruiser prepared for rugged countryside roads. No exotic supercars, no unnecessary displays, only machines chosen for reliability, heritage, and purpose. Because true old money doesn't compete for attention, it simply exists. As afternoon fades, the estate transforms once again. Warm lanterns begin illuminating centuries-old pathways. Golden light dances across weathered stone walls. The fountains shimmer beneath the evening sky. The surrounding forest slowly disappears into darkness while the Blackstone Estate stands brighter than ever. Not because it seeks admiration, but because it was built to endure. From above, Its full scale finally becomes clear, a fortress hidden within nature, protected by forests, surrounded by water, designed with patience rather than speed. Every inch of land serves a purpose. Every structure belongs exactly where it stands. Nothing feels accidental. Nothing feels temporary. The Blackstone Estate isn't simply expensive. It isn't simply beautiful. It represents something almost forgotten. A time when wealth was measured in generations, not headlines. A time when craftsmanship mattered more than trends. A time when power never needed permission to be recognized. And standing before these towering wooden doors, you realize something unexpected. The true story of this estate hasn't even begun.